the fact is, like, I've noticed this trend where I think what happened is we were really inundated with data and data-driven decision making and using data for everything that we're doing in marketing, which I have nothing wrong. There's no problem with that. Please use your data for things. But what I have found is that we're so hyper focused on the database that we have on site that we're starting to kind of miss the idea of being creative and the creativity that can draw new attention to our business. Because a lot of times, the creatives out there are looked at like crazy people when we come to you with an idea that hasn't been done before or isn't something that you know about. And usually, we're using this data to kind of back up the idea, or that's what we've been trained to do recently, by using all the analytics that we have for everything. But we're kind of missing the target where it's like, I think this would be a good idea, and I need to get buy-in from the rest of my team in order to make this thing work. But there's no data to back it up because it hasn't been done before. And so I think there's this trend that where we've been inundated with lots and lots of analytics and data, and we're just kind of slowly moving away from intuition and creativity. And so my intent behind that article was to really think about the things outside of your peripheral and outside of the database. One of the other things I've seen is that, yes, we want to have really good programs for our database. Our database is the lifeblood of any casino operation. It needs to be, it needs to be worked on, and it needs to be accurate, and we need to have that, taking steps to have, clean data and to, target our players through, email marketing campaigns, direct mail campaigns, direct messaging and other types of campaigns that can be done for the database. But there's this untold audience out there that can be realized by using data, by looking at, like our area, our local market, our outer market, looking at kind of like all of the data that we can find, and thinking like, well, there's a lot more people who aren't in our database than there are in our database that are active players. So how are we attracting people outside the database? Be it advertising campaigns, social media, obviously is the biggest one for me to focus on. What's the content look like? Is that content going to be something that would attract a player to our property because they're interested now? We've captured their attention. Those are the types of things that I was kind of hoping to spark through that article.